Hi, I'm Nancy from FitMamaEats, and I'm so excited today to be sitting with Chris Evert, a worldwide tennis champion and legend. I think, Chris, that maybe we have a couple of things in common at least, in that we're both busy moms and have an interest in health. So I just have to say, first of all, that you look amazing. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
What is your exercise regimen right now? Do you exercise every day? Or what do you do?
I try to exercise every day because I feel like if I don't, it's not even about how I look. It's like how I feel emotionally and mentally to be clear and to have that energy. I like to at least an hour a day. I still play tennis. I have a tennis academy, and I go in Boca Raton, Florida, and I hit with the kids in the morning, and it's like good for them, but it's better for me. I get a good sweat, and my heart rate gets up. So I play tennis. I try to do hot yoga at least once, if not twice a week, because I just feel like, again, my skin, and it's just a cleansing thing. And I'll do some weights, some like 8-10 pound weights. Not too heavy because I don't want to really be bulky, but just I feel like after 40, this starts to go a little bit here. It's a lot of fitness experts say that a woman's upper body sort of is the first thing to sort of drop and fall. And so many women are on the treadmill, and they're running, and they're on the bike, and they think that that's going to be all that they need, but it's not. You need some extra training. Yeah.
Okay, great. So strength training, maybe 3 times a
Strength
week.
training about twice a week, because I'm pretty much playing tennis 5 times a week. So that's an hour there, and then the hot yoga once or twice. And again, at this stage in my life, I'm 57 years old. I don't really need to go out there 2 or 3 hours a day and try to train hard, because I did that before, and now it's basically maintaining.
Exactly. Oh, that's a great exercise routine. Wonderful.
Thank you.
So you're obviously very busy as a celebrity, but also as a parent of 3 sons. What are some of your favorite, easy, healthful meal ideas or snacks that you rely on to fuel your family?
Well, actually, that's why I became spokesperson for Hood Simply Smart, because we are a milk-drinking family, whether you like it or not. Whether it's milk in the coffee, or milk in the cereal, or milk in cookies, and having 3 boys, that's obviously a great snack. I encourage with my kids small meals throughout the day, whether it's a half of peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or a banana, or just some healthier kinds of snacks. I cook dinner every night, so we have salads every night. Get the roughage. And
so the family actually eats together?
Yeah, we eat together.
Wow,
we eat 3 boys, and my sons make fun of me because I have like 4 or 5 standard staple meals, and they will say, "Is there anything else? Is this it?" I go, "Yeah, but they're really good meals." It's like turkey chili, and I do like a Western chicken dish, and so. But I think that as much as exercise is important, eating is as important. It's like 50% of it. You don't want to be eating fried foods and salty foods and sugars, and you want to just keep it as natural as you can.
Right, absolutely. And I know you have some recipes on the Simply Smart website that I am going to test one of them later on. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. There are many women who love their careers, and they may struggle with trying to balance family life with their work time. You're an ESPN commentator, right? You run a successful tennis academy. You're very involved with the Children's Hospital. How are you able to stay connected with your kids?
I'm very lucky because I don't work full time. I mean, when I was on the tour playing tennis, my career went to age 34, and I didn't have kids, so I could put 100% of my energies into my career. Then I had my first child at 36, and I for 10 years stayed home. I hardly worked at all. I mean, I just would pick and choose what I wanted to do, but I had that luxury of being able I didn't have to work, and I wanted to just stay home and raise the kids. I've done that until really the last 2 years. I mean, I just signed with ESPN, but I only do 4 tournaments a year. So I'm only on the road 8 weeks a year. And then my tennis academy, after my kids are dropped off or they drive to school, I go for a couple hours in the morning. So they're at school.
Yeah.
So I'm still a stay-at-home mom, and
Mm-hmm.
that's still my full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
And if I travel, it's 8 weeks for ESPN, maybe another 6 weeks for my endorsements, and that's it.
Okay.
So my priority really, and I feel lucky because I emphasize with women who have a 9-to-5 job and trying to, and all my friends are like that, you know, and then trying to keep their marriages together and healthy, and trying to keep the kids, you know, engaged with the kids. So it's not easy.
Okay.
So I'm
But it seems like you
lucky.
make it a priority too, anyway. I mean, it's even if you have the time to do it, some women just don't make the time for the family. So I think that.
No, my kids
Yeah.
are the most important thing in my life.
Yeah.
My kids are the most important thing. And I will even go as far as saying I don't know if I emotionally could have worked, you know, full time and had kids. Some women do it so well, and but some women know how to do it so well.
Yeah.
But I don't. I mean, I was just lucky because I sort of financially made all my money and my success
Yeah.
before I had kids, so
Right.
I didn't have to. But it's still, compassionate with the women that have to do that.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to ask a little bit of a more difficult question now. It seems that the more that someone is in the spotlight, the more that they will tend to attract criticism. And I'm referring also to any woman who's in a leadership position, whether it's at work or in their communities or at church. We all have to deal with it to some degree. So I'm just curious, you know, you're frequently in the spotlight. How do you stay strong amidst criticism or detractors?
You know, I don't feel criticism or detractors.
That's great.
So, I mean, first of all, I'm not really out there,
Okay.
you know, on the front pages doing controversial things. So I'm really, I mean, during my tennis career, when I was playing and I was on the front page, that was when they're writing about my private life, or they watched every move you made.
Mm-hmm.
And now they don't. I mean, now my level of celebrity has really fallen down to, you know, people see me and they know who I am and they say hi and they're very friendly, and I remember you when, you know, you played at Forest Hills. But I'm not out there enough to demand that people know everything that I do. So I live a pretty private life right now. But I do think that in the past, when I have been under magnifying glass, I think that you have to have a thick skin, and you have to, you know, I've learned a lot of things through fame, and that's, you know, you can't make assumptions, and you can't allow anybody else to make you feel bad about yourself. You know, it's all about, if you know you're doing the right things, then, you know, you just do it. You should not let anybody make you feel bad.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. And that kind of ties into my last question is, with the decades and decades of experience that you have in the tennis world, have you pulled away any life lessons or strategies from your tennis games that you've applied to your personal life?
You know, life is very much like playing a tennis match, in that you could be down 6-5 love and still win. So it's never give up in anything. You know, never give up in anything. Hard work in everything. You know, you'll get some type of success and some results. But the other thing is that with all this success and titles and money and in the world, that does not make you happy. I mean, and I think people realize that who have been in my position. You know, being number one in the world, for that moment you're on top of the world. But when you wake up the next morning, you know, you got to get on with your life, and it's, you know, it's more about giving than it is receiving. I think that's what life is more about.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank
Great
you.
advice. Great advice. Be sure to check out one of Chris's smoothie recipes that I'm going to be testing and then describing on the blog. And thank you, Chris, so much.
Thank you.
Enjoyed
Enjoyed it.
time. It was
Thank
wonderful
you.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks.